Dgenz Crypto Daily, episode 49 is coming right up.
Dgenz Crypto Daily. Dgenz Crypto Daily. That's right. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Let's go. Dgenz Crypto Daily. News in the code. Riding on a blockchain. Heavy with the load. Lambo dreams are dying. Rugs are in the air. Chart gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon. And Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm. Lifted higher and higher. With chart in the lead. Watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane. Never gonna hit them slow. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yields, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets ebb and flow. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily. Crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz Crypto Daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets ebb and flow. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. In all those diamonds, digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily, crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free.
I think I do. I think I have you wild and free. TGIF, everyone. Welcome to Friday's edition of Dgenz Crypto Daily, episode 49. How you doing? I'm recovering. I don't know about you, but I'm recovering. Not from Bitcoin basically sucking, but caught a cold the other day. It might have been something else, but I am resurrected. I am alive and, well, soon to be well, but nothing can get me down. I know we skipped yesterday and I feel terrible for it. Believe me, I was like, do I go online and try to talk while I have a fever or not? But I thank you for being patient with me. I know some of you guys are looking forward to this stream every single day. I really appreciate you. So, a lot has happened in the last couple of days. Let's go over all of that today, including talking about Politify tokens and some meme coins that I'm watching. Like, Jesus Christ, used car went crazy. And so we'll look at that as well. We'll chart some requests. We're already getting requests in the chats or in the streams chat. But first and foremost, let's go over a few things. If you haven't had a chance to follow me on Twitter, this is your opportunity to do that now. If you're new to the stream or you like to be in contact with me while I'm posting these streams, you'll get a notification on the right-hand side, just like that, like right there whenever I'm streaming. As well, most of my streams, actually all of my streams, are going to be recorded, and I'm always reposting them for any of those people that have missed the stream. We're in crypto, we're 24 hours a day, and so a lot of people, when they wake up from Australia, from Thailand, from wherever you are, they like to listen to the stream, and so I'll repost it. As well, if you haven't had a chance to join our NFT community, we are Dgenz NFT, and we're an awesome Solana-based community that tries to work together to, win at the end of the day. This crypto thing is very, very difficult for a lot of us, including myself. But we try to work together and, make some positive gains as we move forward in time. So just click on this link right here, right there, and join our community. If you want to participate in the stream, like always, go to the right-hand side and say, just like everyone else here, "What's up, everyone?" And if I find an awesome comment or request, I'll post it on the stream, and I'm try to go over it as much as I can. And lastly, if you are still taking our calls in our Discord, whether we short the market or we long the market, this is your QR code to scan. You get 10% off on Blowfin. So that is right here. You register, you get your 10% off on all the trades, all the perpetual trades we do. So not spot. We don't make calls on. We make calls on only perpetuals, like that's longing, 10x, 40x, 50x, 75x, whatever the case is. And so the markets are going to be hot really, really soon. So we want to make sure we take advantage of that. Okay, so let's get into the news. It says here, Trump-themed PolitiFi tokens buck Bitcoin downtrend as China stimulus hopes return. Oh, we've been talking about PolitiFi tokens for a while now. Well, they call it a polyfi. That's a little weird. It's supposed to be PolitiFi. Trump's odds of winning the U.S. election have surged to more than 2-month high. Plus, a broader crypto market is stagnant despite hopes of another round of stimulus in China. Okay, Trump-themed PolitiFi tokens outperformed a slow market this week as the Republican candidate pulled ahead of Kamala Harris on Polymarket. Crypto traders in Asia are eagerly awaiting Beijing's next moves as the People's Bank of China prepares to roll out more stimulus. So, we touch on a bunch of them, right? So these ones are on ETH, so MAGA hat, and then, of course, Trump. This is the one we always track right here, right? Even though they're up this much, I think there might be some value in the opposite, which is the Kamala Harris's one, because there's going to be some fuckery down the road, right? Kamala Harris's team might produce some other nonsense and create some hype around her, and then you'll see some action on the Kamala Harris PolitiFi token. So let me quickly check on them right now while we're at it. All right, so we got Trump and we got Kamala Harris right here. So Trump, I remember talking about it, saying how it was stretched at 40 cents and how we're most likely going to get 30 cents again, right? And so if we take a look at this chart formation, okay, on the 1 hour scale, we can see that, we had that surge, right? The initial surge was here and then down to 30 cents, right? We did that. I actually was watching this in real time. I saw that dump and it was dumping past that marker. So I think a lot of limit orders were placed around there. So around like this 365 and 200 EMA, right? And I think this is why a lot of the price action actually surged up and stayed above, because a lot of these bots that are being used to trade were buying them at that level. And so, see, this is why I was saying like the 30-cent level should stay true. It is the neckline, right? So if we take a look again, right? So we have shoulder, head, shoulder, right? Actually, no, that's incorrect. So I think we're printing the shoulder now, the right shoulder. Okay. With this crossing over, there's going to be a move down. Even though it looks bullish right now, I think there's going to be a move down. Just a small move, right? Because this has to reset. It has to do this. Okay. So I think there's going to be a move down towards probably, let's see here. Okay, so I think we're going to, let's do that. So 34 cents, 35 cents, something around there. So we're looking at a 10% move down. And then I think it holds here. And then it goes higher. All right. So what I would do is just wait, just be patient if you haven't entered. For those that have entered here, you could probably scale out just a bit and then wait for that drop again. Okay. All right, for Kamala Harris, which is Kamala Horris, this is where we are on the 1 hour scale. Let's look at that comparatively. Again, right? So we have the pinch right here, same as the Trump one. I think we probably test this one more time. So 69, so 10% down move. Again, same thing, right? Same idea. There is a possibility of a higher return with Kamala Harris. I say that because, like, there's more value to be extracted at this level from Kamala Harris's run than it is from Trump, because Trump went up to 40 cents, right? Its top was like $1. I think it was like $1.20, right? So it's maybe like a 3x, right? For this setup, oops, we got the wrong one. For this setup, we have more value. If you go to the top, that's 372%. Okay, so I think there's more value with Kamala Harris right now than there is with Trump, regardless of what happens in the election. It's just looking at the probabilities of here, right? If we both go to the top, to the very top, which we talked about before, like this right here, then the chances of our higher return come with Kamala versus Trump. Okay, now whether Trump wins or Kamala Harris wins, it doesn't matter. We're just playing the runs. We don't really care who wins the election, because at the end of the day, we know that both of these tokens will go to zero, most likely, post-election. So if you're not thinking on that wavelength, right? If you're thinking like, oh, you know what, it's going to go up to whatever level, you're going to get wrecked. I'm telling you right now for a fact, you're going to get wrecked. So let me redraw this, because I think it was drawn incorrectly. So if somehow we do have a run right to November, there is a chance we get up to, say, this level here. So it's a 13x from where we are. It's a good possibility we get there, right? We have about 3 weeks left. Still plenty of time, right? Plenty of time for these runs to happen. Same goes with Trump, right? if we squash this chart a bit, right, and we eliminate some of these, let's just erase them all. Okay, and we go to the daily scale, right, and go, okay, what can we get from here? Let's line them up properly. Okay, so what I would look for is strong resistances. So line up the strong resistances together, maybe a little bit better than that. Go here, and then, yeah, it's right there. And then if we measure again from that point, let's see what we get. Actually, let's go to here. So we have potential of an 800% move. Right? To see the difference? That's what I'm talking about. Like, regardless of who wins the election, we're looking for percentages. Right? Kamala has much higher percentage potential gain versus Trump at this level. Now, if we had a completely different level, like say, for example, Trump was at 20 cents, then that's different, right? But then we're looking at, say we go lower than that. Say we get down to here, say 20 cents, all of a sudden we have a 16x, right? But we're way higher because of the fact that Trump, I guess, is leading the election polls, well, certain polls. But, we got to consider that, it's only 835% gain versus what do we say with Kamala Harris? I think it was 12x. So just keep that in mind. So where would I scale out a Trump? Let me quickly take a look. So if we were to squash this a bit and then figure out, depends on where you want to feel like it's a good resistance, right? For me, am I going to wait for this run? I could potentially wait for that run, right? I want to say to myself, let's see where we are in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, that's 14 days. That will be October 25th, right? So October 25th, if we're sitting up here at the resistance, I'm out. I'm selling. If 25th, we're sitting up here, like say $2.37, then I'm waiting for the rest of it to get up to that level. See what I mean? Like if we're against the resistance already, then I'm out. Because we're so close to the election, there's no more room for growth. Like it will take a lot more liquidity to get up to here, right? So that's kind of like what my thinking is. I'm looking for time versus price, where we are in all of it. If that makes any sense. Okay. Let's look at Bitcoin. I know we haven't looked at it in a couple of days. Let's look at that right now. So we've been talking about Bitcoin as a way of what happens this week and next week. And I said to you guys, I think this week is going to be kind of like a little bit muted because we haven't gotten that crossover on the weekly. So if you were going to the weekly, right? And I mentioned to you guys right here, we didn't get our crossover yet. When we get our crossover is when we are starting to pump, right? Just like here, right? This is the crossover we're getting. And then we get into the positive territory. I think it's going to happen soon. I'm thinking price action is going to front run a lot of alts this Saturday and Sunday. So tomorrow and Sunday, because people are going to anticipate this crossover, right? That's going to happen next week. So after the commencement of the weekly close, the weekly candle close on Bitcoin, we're going to have this crossover because that's going to lead into the next week. And once we know it's a crossover situation, then people are going to start to trade up, right? They're going to think we're going to be bullish. So I think next week is going to be extremely bullish, right? We'll see where it's going to close. We have 2 days and 10 hours for this to close. And if I remove a lot of these things, it doesn't look like a bad candle actually at all, because even though it's a red candle, we have a lot of bulls that came in at this level at 59,000 and pushed it all the way back up, right? The candles peak to us in terms of, what are bulls doing, what are bears doing, right? So if it closes red, it doesn't mean it's the end of everything. It just means that, we started much higher and we came down a bit, right? Bulls did come back and push price action much, much higher. Bears came in at this level at whatever, 64,000 and pushed it down, right? So we really want to be as close as possible to this level here to create a doji. So like 63,000. So if we close at 63,000, we should be all right. Okay. The other thing is we're watching this average volume, right? And current weekly volume, see where we are. This spike was really interesting because I thought we're going to get higher, right? We're like, oh, here we go. We're creating a decent doji. And then and we're going to probably push higher, but it didn't happen. I guess we weren't ready. It was August, and this MACD wasn't ready, right? So right here, it's ready, and probably going to see some volume pick up. Okay. I know I was really disappointed so far with October. We're kind of hyping it up to be like this insanely bullish month, right? But it hasn't proved to be true. Now I'll show you what I mean. All right, let's look at the monthly returns on Bitcoin. Right now, we're negative 3.28%, right? Like this is obviously not normal. What is normal is average is 20% up, right? If you look across the board, no other month besides November is big. Now, November is big because it's an outlier month because of this 2013 insane jump in price. So let's look at the median, right? The median is a pretty good tell, and it's plus 21%. The one closest to that is February at 15%. Everything else is not even close, right? So we have to assume things will be the same. Okay, we talked about this before. The only 2 other years where Bitcoin was negative in October were post-bull run years. So 2018, 2014. Okay, we're not in a post-bull run year. So we're not going to be negative. There's no chance of that happening. All right. So I have to be bullish no matter what I see on the chart. Does that make any sense? Okay. So we looked at Bitcoin dominance. Again, if you watched our previous streams, I talked about this all the time. We're waiting for this crossover, right? We see the momentum shifting on the weekly, right? This is all on the weekly, and it tells you that I think alts are ready to pump like crazy. A lot of things are positive for alts, right? We have this massive resistance. We have this crossover happening. We have this momentum shifting to negative. Remember, anything down here means alts are stronger than Bitcoin, and that's what we want. Okay, so we're approaching that level where everything is going to be, coming up alts. So good things are happening really, really soon. Total 3, right? See, this is the crossover we're waiting for, right? And we're getting it on total 3, but we haven't got to the bullish side yet. We're still in the negative side. We're on this side. Okay, so it's going to happen next week. We're going to probably be here. These bars are going to be starting to go bullish. And we're going to be probably up here by the week's end. So I think 20% is exactly what we want, right? So if we take a look. Yeah, exactly. 30% to that level. And I think we get that. In fact, probably get more than that. Tether dominance, right? Let me put on the daily so you can see what's going on. Perfect, right? I don't know if you guys remember the stream a few days ago, but I said most likely what's happening with this was just a double top, right? So we have the initial top and then second top and then down, and that's I think what we're seeing. And now that we've completed the right shoulder, I think it's time. I think this is a perfect scenario for crypto right now, where this is starting to pinch. We have this dump today, most likely dump tomorrow, and then into the weekend's close, and then from there we're going to go down here. Okay, so I'm really happy what I see. If you're not adding alts right now, I don't know what you're waiting for, really. You're waiting for more lows to come. Have we not seen some of the alts? Right, if we were to go to layer ones, see how they're all up a little bit. Sui's up 11%, right? Interesting what I see here, right? It's holding that high level, which means strength is on its side, right? So remember we were talking about this inverted head and shoulders, right? And I said to you guys, is there a chance that it can go up? I said, absolutely you can, but I would be happy to be selling here and actually adding my capital into something else. So even though it keeps going up, that's fine. You know, it's only 100% run from here to there. Whereas like if you go to say, right, 100% run will take you to here. You know, and then if it does the same run to here, that's a 5x, nearly 5x, so 400%. You know what I mean? So we're all looking for percentages, right? Percentage gain at the end of the day. That's what you want. You know, this is why I laugh when people ask me about some high market cap coins. I'm like, you do realize that it's really difficult to raise another 100% at that level. It's super, super hard because A, has a lot of liquidity. B, it's got a high market cap. So people that are putting a lot of capital into it are not looking for big gains. They're looking for short gains, like 10%. So if I'm putting $1 million into, say, like, I don't know, Cardano, I'm looking for 10%, and that's it. You know, and then I'm out. So the real value is in sub, say, 200 million market cap coins, 100 million market cap coin. That's when you can find true value, right? And how do you find true value? Is you just got to find it, right? You just got to know what you're getting. As we were talking, you know, see, this is what I was saying to you guys before. Would say, now that I cleaned it up a little bit, you know, this helped really, really well, and now we should expect an expansion to here. Okay, so if you hold say, you're happy right now, really, really happy. So, right, is it going to stop here and then come down, or is it going to blast through to the next level and then come down? So that's the question, right? Multiple scenarios are on the table with Solana. So we have this resistance here, which is like 180. We have the top resistance there at 209, right? I don't think we're going to hold in here anymore. Like, I don't think we're going to just sit here again for a while and go. I think what we're going to do is go straight to this top right here. So 204 by the end of October, and then come down. Why? Is because we need to come back and touch the resistance that's now turned into support. So once this resistance turns into support, we can get going again. So when this comes back down, supports, it goes back up. It's just the way it works. Okay. So that's going to be probably your November and December. November, come down. December, getting ready to go up, back up. And then January, February, March, whatever that is, I think we're going to get crazy runs. So be ready for that, okay? So if you haven't accumulated your SOL yet, now is an opportunity to do that now, like today and tomorrow. We did have a request in the chat, so I'm going to throw it up on the screen. CSIX, okay. I've heard of it a couple times, but I don't know what it does. Is that like Brave browser? All right, let's look at it. Okay. So, good news, it did not go past this line, right? So that's the good news. So we kind of almost got a higher low, which is what you want. We got probably a higher low right there. So the first thing you need to do is get to this line, the 200 EMA. So that's about 100x. Sorry, 100%. 100% from where you are now. So 100% jump to this line most likely gets rejected, comes down a little bit, and then pops over, comes back down to confirm. Right, so you got a long way to go, right? But seeing how fast this moves, I think you're gonna be okay. You might actually get a full extension to this level and then down, okay? Because I can see how this works, right? Not many people are selling at these levels, right? They are selling at the, I guess, when they know trajectory is going to be further south, then they sell at these EMAs, right? Multiple times, like 3 times, I just say. But you're hoping the run is just as swift as it is back in, what was it, October of last year. Holy shit, it's been a year. Time flies. Yeah, time flies. All right. So notice that, last October we had started our runs. I remember even the NFTs started to go. And so it's interesting to see how there's a lot of similarities here. Now, does that mean that we're going to get up to like here again, like this level here? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that we need to get above these lines now. Okay, so once we get above those lines, we're going to say, okay, now we got to come back and touch them to support, and then we'll go back up, which means we're going to get this really, really big inverted head and shoulders. Okay, so I'm looking for that being the left shoulder. This is the head, and then like that. So when we get to this level here, most likely about between 9 and 10 cents, I would suggest start selling. So it's really, really good gain if you want to add it right now. You can get a lot of it, like a 7x, a good 7x. Let's take a look at Velo. I haven't checked out Velo in a couple days. Okay. Perfect. So do you guys remember me saying how it was important to hold above those lines, right? Do you see what I mean by that? Like right here, right in there, right in there. We needed to hold above that 200 daily. Okay. We're going to get a crossover between the two. So this is the 365. This is the 200. It's going to be crossed over. It's going to be like this. Once we have that crossover, most likely the action is going to be up here. So you really don't want to be waiting too long for Velo at this point if you haven't bought any. Okay. Now I did mention to you guys that I really don't want Velo to have this formation. Let me just draw it for you. Okay. The formation I was talking about is essentially this. Because that means it's producing a wedge. Wedge could be both bearish and bullish. Something like this. No. Let's go with that. That means it's going to come down to here and then wait and get out. I mean, are we going to wait for 3 more months? I hope not. I hope we're actually the opposite. I hope we're producing a flag, which will be way better. So what I'm thinking is we'll probably get some good action in October. We'll produce a flag. So the flag will look like this. So that will be the top. This was the bottom. Like, I guess we're going to call it like that. Okay. And so the action will be here, and then early 2025, we're going to get going. So if you're holding Velo, you're just basically hoping buys are coming back in, and they're going to start moving that action up to here, to 3 cents. So we looked at Sui, we looked at Say, we looked at Velo, looked at Sol. Any other layer ones that you guys want me to look after? I'll even throw in Digibyte. I like Digibyte. I used to mine Digibyte a long time ago. One of my favorite layer ones, like proof of work layer ones. Looking at this setup, it looks like exactly the same as everything else, right? Lots of resistance here, which will have to be broken in October. We have resistances here, so that's 1.7 cents. We have resistances here at this level here. That's 3 cents. So yeah, we will get there. I think 2025, it depends on, how strong we have this run. We could definitely get to this level here. That's 8 cents, which will be incredible, really, because that's like 11x. There's absolutely a possibility for that. So if you're in Digibyte, you're just hoping that, bulls do come back and push past this resistance here, which is like 3 cents. Because if you don't, it's gonna, stop here and then come back down and do absolutely nothing. If you're a holder of Digibyte, what's up? How you doing? Cardano has a similar setup as everything else, right? Again, lots of action still here to go. First resistance is at 80 cents. So I don't know. Are you willing to sell at 80 cents? Or are you going to sell at this level here, like the ones that we're talking about? A couple more before we end the stream. Let's look at Phantom. So this is what I was telling you guys about that action. We have to get this action above these EMAs, above them, right? So, we have this action go above, kind of went over even the long-term EMA, that white line, and then now it's going to start to go up again, which is what you want. Okay, with Phantom, I think we discussed this before. I think, a good spot to exit would be here, right there, $1.62, right? I can adjust this. I don't think I like this. Yeah, maybe like that. The problem with all of these layer ones is that they already have a high market cap. And if they go all together while everything else is going, they're going to have a hard time capturing a lot of that market cap dominance, right? Because they're all vying for a certain share of that total market crypto cap. And so eventually there's not going to be enough liquidity for them, right? Because they're all sharing this large crypto cap. And so eventually they're going to have a trickle down effect, right? From their liquidity. So if, say, a whole bunch of people own Cardano and Phantom, they're going to say, you know what? I'm not going to get any more multiples from this position. I'm going to sell. I'm going to add something else. I think that, and there's a lot of that going to happen down the road with these high valued layer ones and layer twos. Okay. Last one to look at is AVAX. And see the difference between Phantom and AVAX. So AVAX is still struggling underneath those lines, right? While Phantom was above the lines and actually hovering here and trying to go up again, AVAX hasn't done that. But it doesn't mean there's no value there. So we can assume that these lines will eventually start to go. and the price action will be above it. So we'll be looking at, $42, maybe even an extension to this level here, which is at $56. The fib says $50 might be it right here. So we'll see what happens with AVAX. I like AVAX. I've used it before. The only thing I don't like is having to confirm allow a transaction to go through before actually letting it go through. So for example, if I'm trading AVAX tokens, I would have to confirm, send a transaction before I send a transaction through. Unless, like Solana doesn't have that. It immediately confirms. With AVAX, I have to have an additional transaction before I send a transaction, which is kind of stupid to me, because if I need to do something right away, I'll need to do it somewhere. I do get the idea that it is for security. Just in case you made a mistake, you can go, oh shit, I made a mistake. I don't have to put this transaction through. But it is a little bit annoying. All right. Okay. Last request of the day before I finish up. VRA. Veracity. I stopped liking it a long time ago. For a lot of reasons. And one being a very technical reason. It sucks. It went all the way down to the very bottom. Right from, where was it? If you look, nearly 10 cents. So I put down my exits if you were to buy it right now. I think it's safe to say that it's not going to get to 10 cents at all. If you get to right here, be happy with it. That's 3 cents. Okay. Back in March, it got to 1.4 cents. So that's pretty cool, right? But I mean, if you get a 10x out of it from this level, just be happy and exit. Just really, really happy and exit. To me, fundamentally, they're not great. They do good things. They do a lot of bad things. So I want to stay clear of that. If you're just trading it, again, be happy with exits that I showed here on the screen. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you again for joining me for episode 49. Really appreciate you hanging out with me every single day, even though I was sick yesterday. I'm happy that you made time out of the day to spend with me, and we will definitely do this again tomorrow. So hold your requests together and see you tomorrow. All right, bye. Rugs are in the air. Chart gave us a meaning to the trading everywhere. Real Bitcoin's on the moon and Ether's on fire. Holders in the storm lifted higher and higher. With Chart in the lead, watch the candles glow. Crypto's in the fast lane, never gonna hit them slow. Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto, that's the key. Stay up on your game now. Trading is wild and free. DeFi farms are lush, staking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz crypto daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low. Crypto roller coaster, markets ebb and flow. Fellow to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping, cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz crypto daily, fortunes you can see. Mining all those diamonds in digital harmony. Dgenz crypto daily, crypto, there's the key. Stay up on your game now. Charts got you wild and free. Farms are lush, stinking's all the buzz. NFTs are flipping, got those pixels flipping. Wallet stacking yield, hash rates on the rise. Dgenz crypto daily, vision in your eyes. Bulls are on the charge, bears are laying low.
Crypto roller coaster, markets ebb and flow. Velo to the left, Bitcoin on the right. Crypto's never sleeping cause fortunes are overnight. Dgenz Crypto Daily, fortunes you can see. Fortunes you can see. All those diamonds, digital harmony. Dgenz Crypto Daily, crypto daily key. Stay up on your game now. Got you wild and free.